Together we'll weave a heart someday. Infinite threads, let's take the ride. Unconditional love as our guide. Open your heart, the journey starts. Infinite threads where love's the art.
Hello, and welcome to Infinite Threads, conversations on love, connection, and compassion. I'm your host, Bob Barnett, and in this first episode, we're diving into the beautiful, transformative world of unconditional love. We've all heard the phrase, love is the answer. But what does that really mean? How can we take that abstract idea and make it a living, breathing force in our everyday lives? That's what we're going to explore today, the power of loving without conditions and the profound changes it can bring to us and to the world around us. I want to begin by sharing something very personal with you. Love for me isn't just a feeling or a romantic notion. It's a way of living, a practice, and honestly, a way to stay connected to everything and everyone around us. It's not just something you can measure, box up, or even completely understand at times. It just is. But one of the most powerful aspects of love is the ability to love unconditionally, without judgment, without expectation, without barriers. And in today's world, where divisiveness often takes center stage, this kind of love might be the change we need most. So how do we begin to embrace this big change in our everyday lives? It starts with one simple act: awareness. When you wake up in the morning, you have the power to choose how you engage with the world. Are you seeing people through the lens of judgment, or are you choosing to see them as fellow beings worthy of love and understanding? It's not about agreeing with everyone or excusing harmful behavior, but it's about finding that core of humanity in each of us, even in difficult moments. You don't have to love perfectly or all at once. It's about taking small, intentional steps. For example, try starting with yourself. How often do we forget to show ourselves the love and compassion we so willingly extend to others? In the hustle of life, it's easy to put ourselves last. But true love begins with self-love. If you can't love yourself unconditionally, it becomes much harder to extend that same love to others. One powerful practice is something I've come to call radical acceptance. It's about accepting people, situations, and even ourselves just as we are, without trying to change them or make them fit into our expectations. This doesn't mean that you condone harmful actions, but you can still love and accept the person. Think about it. We're all on our own journeys, and nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes, and we all have our struggles. Loving unconditionally means don't give up on people, even when they seem far from the person we hope they could be. It's a commitment to seeing the best in others, even when they can't see it themselves. Now let's talk about connection. Unconditional love is about creating connections, genuine, deep connections. This world can feel isolating with so much focus on division, but love has the power to break down those walls. When you approach others with love and compassion, you open the door for real, meaningful connections to blossom. And these connections aren't just with people you agree with. They can be with anyone, anywhere, no matter where they stand on the spectrum of life. When we act with compassion and love, we break down barriers, one person at a time. This kind of love, this unconditional love, doesn't discriminate. It doesn't see color, status, or belief. It sees the person in front of us, and it offers kindness. But here's the thing. Unconditional love isn't a passive act. It's not just about feeling love for others. It's about showing up in our actions. It's about being there for someone when they need us most, even if we don't understand everything they're going through. It's about offering a hand when it seems like there's nothing in it for us. It's about showing love even when it's difficult, even when it feels like it's not being returned. And it doesn't stop with just people. Loving unconditionally means offering kindness to our world, to the environment, to animals, to all living things. When we embrace love, we embrace all of life. So, as we close this first episode, I want you to take a moment to reflect on these questions. How can you love more unconditionally in your own life? Who in your life could benefit from your love today, especially if there's someone you find difficult to understand? How can you show more kindness, not just in your words, but in your actions? I encourage you to let love be the thread that weaves through every interaction you have today. See where it takes you. Thank you so much for tuning into this program today. I've tried to do a podcast before, and I did for a few years actually, but that podcast platform quit, and I had to find another alternative. So thank you for tuning into Infinite Threads, conversations on love, connection, and compassion. This is just the beginning of our journey, and I'm excited to explore this topic with you further. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and share this episode with someone you love. Let's keep the conversation going and continue to spread love into the world. Until next time, remember, love is infinite and it starts with you.